I'm Aiyer.
And I'm Brandon Rottinghaus. You may have heard that Twitter is expanding to double 140 characters. Well, the producers at Houston Public Media have given us double the time to talk to you about what's happened on the last round of elections here in Texas.
Well, you probably don't even remember, but there was an actual election last week, but not that many people showed up. Only about 5% of the state of Texas, a little bit more here in the Houston area showed up, and there were a lot of interesting things, important things on the ballot. Let's start off with the statewide constitutional amendments. There were 7 constitutional amendments. One of the most interesting ones was an amendment that dealt with an expansion of your ability to do a home equity loan.
The second one dealt with the ability for banks to be able to offer prizes to people for signing up with them for a checking account. Texas is notoriously underbanked or unbanked, and so this is a way to be able to encourage people to have a checking account and save some money.
Now, in addition to those state constitutional amendments, you also had 7 local or City of Houston propositions or that were on the ballot, and each of these had some very important things. The first of which being a $1 billion bond to essentially deal with a massive reform of our pension system.
This has been a tremendously important thing for the mayor. We would call this a win for the mayor because definitely he staked his reputation as well as ran on this issue in his last election. And the city's foundational elements for its fiscal future are really strongly connected to reforming pensions, because now the city can save all this money which otherwise was obligated to pay, and now it has some kind of a plan in place to be able to save that.
Now, this was not any new debt. This was an obligation the city already owed, so it's essentially fixing a problem that had existed. The other bonds really dealt with infrastructure. They had new parks, new firefighter trucks, police vehicles, and fixing some of the damage that occurred to some of the buildings, and a lot of multi-service centers and great amount of infrastructure.
One question people have is, will this raise taxes? Probably not. Typically, these get paid off, and there typically is not an issue.
It's important to remember, people didn't vote in this election very much. It was only 5%, 6% turnout. Your vote matters. Your impact matters.